In this video, we're going to be looking at solving linear equations. Solving equations could be said to be one of the most important things in mathematics, and so it's really vital that we know how to do this. Let's take an example. We're going to have 6 multiplied by something, then we're adding 4, and this equals 34. Now, when solving an equation, we do it in the reverse order. So we're multiplying a number by 6, and then we are adding 4. So the reverse order of this would be to start off by subtracting 4. But with an equation, it's like a balance, like one of those scales with a balance. When you add or subtract one thing from one side, you have to do the same to the other to keep it balanced. So whatever you do to one side of the equation, you have to do to the other. So we're going to subtract 4 from both sides of the equation. So 6x plus 4 subtract 4, those 4's are going to cancel out, which is going to leave us with just 6x. On the right-hand side, we've got 34 subtract 4. This is going to give us 30. When solving, we want x just on its own, so we somehow have to get rid of this 6 in front. But remember, when we mean 6x, we actually mean 6 multiplied by x. And this is why it's important when you write out your equations. When you write an x, you do it in a curly form. And I quite like to leave my multiplications as kind of little x's, really show the difference between the two. So what is the inverse of multiplying by 6? We have to divide by 6. And what we do to one side of the equation, we have to do to the other. So the 6's are going to cancel, leaving us with just x. And on the right-hand side, 30 divided by 6 is going to be 5. Have a look at another example. Example 2. 4x plus 3 equals 2x plus 13. Now, what you notice is different from the last one is that we have x's on both sides. To be able to solve this, we need to get rid of them on one side, and I say that we should do this as our first step. Now, a good way to do it is to remove the smallest amount of x's. So in this case, the smallest amount of x's is 2x. So we're going to subtract 2x. But what we do to one side of the equation, we have to do to the other. The 2x's cancel. So this leaves us with 4x subtract 2x is going to be 2x, and we've still got the plus 3. And on the right-hand side, we've just got 13. Now this looks very similar to our last example. So we've got a plus 3 here. We're going to subtract 3, and what we do to one side, we do to the other. The 3's cancel, so it leaves us with just 2x equaling 10. 2x means 2 times x, so the opposite of this would be divide. We divide both sides by 2, leaving us with x equaling 5. We're going to have to do a very similar last example. Minus 3x plus 5 equals minus x plus 1. So again, we've got x's on both sides of the equation. As we did last time, we're going to get rid of the least amount of x's. Now in this case, the least amount of x's is the minus 3x, because a minus 3 is smaller than minus 1. How do we get rid of a minus 3x? We're going to add 3x. And what we do to one side, we do to the other. The minus 3x and the 3x cancel. So it leaves us with just 5 on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, we have minus x plus 3x, which gives us 2x, and we've still got the plus 1. So we get to the stage like we did in the first example. We have a plus 1 at the end. How do we get rid of a plus 1? We subtract 1. We cancel out. It's going to give us 4 equal 2x. 2x means 2 times x. So what's the opposite of timesing by 2? Dividing by 2. 2 equals x. Or we can say the other way round, x equals 2.